Hi, I'm Heather Hubbard. I went from being a lawyer and partner at one of the largest firms in America to becoming an online personality and successful entrepreneur. I know what it takes to rise to the top. I also know all too well the toll it can take on your health and personal life. So, how do you shine bright without burning out? How do you chase joy while achieving success? You're listening to the Hustle and Flow podcast. Welcome back to Hustle and Flow. I am your host, Heather Hubbard. Today is episode 177, Shine Bright. I did not expect to be off the entire month of January. I would have told you in advance that I was taking that break, but I did not see that coming. So I think I shared in some of the December episodes that I was having no surgery. And it was earlier on in the month. So I thought that's plenty of time. I pre recorded plenty of time to heal through the rest of the year and then come back. And that took a lot longer. I don't remember if I shared with you why I was having no surgery. It wasn't rhinoplasty, it wasn't fun plastic surgery. But I found out that I have three different issues with my nose. One being my nostrils are too small. Who knew that was the thing? And they collapse when you try to breathe. So you're not actually getting a lot of airflow. Anyway, that took a long time. To actually recover from, and it impacts a lot of like nerves, so I still have a little sensitivity there, but it really messed up my voice, and I don't fully have parts of my voice back. It freaked me out there for a little bit because my voice is really important. I have the podcast, I speak, I sing, I do comedy. It's my livelihood. I love it. It's kind of an art form, and so I was a little freaked out there for a moment. So, but it's coming back. It is all good, all fine, but I couldn't really record a podcast episode. And then, just being honest, I wasn't excited about the topics that I had come up with. And I was just like, something feels off. And I bring this up to say, I feel like sometimes as high achievers, we know how important it is to be consistent and to show up and be reliable. And I also think it's important for us to know that people aren't paying that much attention. And even if they are, it's okay to do whatever you need in that moment. So I was just like, I'm not going to force this. I've already taken 2 or 3 weeks off. I'm not going to force it. I'm going to wait for it to come. And I think as long as you know, like, you're not putting it off indefinitely, like you are working towards it coming together, it's okay to take that break. It's okay to say, oh, I know I already made this commitment, but something feels off, and I'm going to give it the time and the space to fix itself, to make sure that it's correct so that when I do put something out, it's really good. I'm excited about it and I know it's, good quality. I think a lot of times we don't give ourselves that permission. The other thing I would say about that, um, shout out to Iffy Abekwe. When I was sick over the last few years and I had my tumor and I was doing certain things and I was telling her about it, she said, Heather, you don't have to explain yourself. Like, you don't have to explain yourself, right? Like, you can do things without having to explain. And by the way, I love having clients who become friends, and provide me just as much advice as I provide them. And I was like, huh, I don't have to explain. But in a culture where everyone does explain, like if people are going to take off, like they say, I'm going to take off. And I mean, it's one thing to like give your listeners or your clients or your audience, your followers, friends and family, like a heads up. But also, why do you have to? Like, why do you have to always explain yourself, especially when people aren't always paying as much attention as we think they are, right? So it's one thing if it is a paying client and you promise to do something and then you didn't do it and you're not explaining it. But if it's just kind of like what you're doing out of your generosity and your free time, I don't know. I think it's okay for us to let ourselves off the hook a little bit more, give ourselves a little more grace and space, and stop apologizing and explaining all the damn time. So, I'm back. I'm back. I love February. It is a great month. It is a month of love. I mean, I actually don't like Valentine's Day. I don't like a commercial holiday to tell someone you love them. I mean, we should be telling people we love them all the time. I also don't like Mother's Day and Father's Day and other things like that. I just feel like, I don't know. It's just so corporate. It's so commercialized. Maybe I mean, like if it's your birthday or your wedding anniversary, that's a real thing. But like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, like that's made up stuff. How about we just show our love all the time and we don't need a national holiday? Anyway, it's the month of love. It's the month of love. And it's Black History Month. And I'm going back to Miraval to lead a retreat of amazing women for the first time in 4 years. Oh, I'm so ready. I'm so excited. And I am bringing to you a it might be a three-part, it's a four-part series. Every single Tuesday in February, I'm going to come to you here on the podcast with I think something that's really going to help you not only now, but really for the rest of the year. And I'm so glad that I gave myself that time and space with the podcast because I don't think this would have come about otherwise. I was just kind of doing what I normally do in the way that I come up with topics. And so this is going to be a really, really fun way for us to take care of ourselves and take care of each other for the rest of the year. And I have, this is probably also the first time in years, I have some free downloads. I know how much you all used to love the free downloads that I provided on Hustle and Flow. They were super, super helpful. And when we went on the sabbatical with the company, we kind of shut all of that down because it costs money to have those resources to continue to have them available. And a lot of people are like, where did they go? So we may be able to pull the old ones back at some point. But for now, we've got some new ones. How exciting. So, for every single episode this month, there is a worksheet that goes along with it, and it is absolutely free. So, if you are already on my newsletter, then you will get the link. You're going to have access to it. There's nothing else you need to do. If you are not on my newsletter, and if you're like, I'm not sure if I am, then you're not because I have been emailing again and you would have seen those. So you just need to sign up again. And the way that you're going to do that is you're going to go to heatherjoyhubbard.com/subscribe, put in your name and email, and you will be added to the newsletter. And that's what's going to give you the links. So we send those out every Tuesday. And you'll get the link to the worksheets that go along with the episodes. Okay, so here's what's coming in this. I know I'm saying like 3 or 4 parts. The reason why is technically the fourth part. I called it a bonus. Potato. There are 4 episodes in this series. So we're going to do it kind of goes with the opening, the intro of the podcast. If you've been listening for a while, it changed a little. And I wonder if you noticed that. So we used to say, and by the way, I was having pancakes with my husband this morning and I said we on something. He goes, and by we, do you mean me? And I said, yes. In this case, I'm saying we and I mean I. All right. So I used to say, shine bright without burning out. Embrace your ambition without selling your soul. And I edited that with our comeback. It is now shine bright without burning out and chase joy while achieving success. And the reason I made that edit was I felt like shine bright without burning out, embrace your ambition without selling your soul, or kind of saying the same thing just in different ways. And what I learned while I was sick and on the sabbatical and just everything, kind of got flipped on its head for me, I realized there was a missing piece. And I didn't really want to rename the podcast. I like Hustle and Flow. It's got a good ring to it. But there's hustle and there's flow. But if you also don't have joy, if you also don't have fun, there is still a huge element missing. And I did not fully appreciate that until I lost so much. And so that's why I wanted to bring that part into it. So, with that, that's really what this series is all about. So, the very first one is Shine Bright. That is all about the hustle. It's all about the hustle. And then part two is Without Burning Out. That's all about the flow. And then part three is Chasing Joy. Chasing joy while achieving success. So, part three is that fun, that joy. And then the bonus or part four, however you want to say it, I'm going to actually take you behind the scenes at Miraval. Clearly, that's not recorded yet. I will be there in 2 weeks, but I already know everything that I'm recording and what I want to share with you so that even though you may not have been able to afford to go, you can still get some of the insights and the benefits that the women who are getting to go have received. So I know that was quite the intro to kick this off, but I just kind of wanted to set us up with where we are. All right, so today is all about the hustle. It is all about shining bright. I had so many conversations with people last year and even some this year where I really heard over and over and over again that people did not hit their financial goals. They didn't hit the business metrics. They've A lot of people had actually been in business for years and they'd been doing really well for years. They didn't actually do that bad in 2020 with COVID, but last year really kicked their butt. And it kicked my butt. It was interesting because I assumed that a lot of the reasons why I had had a difficult time in the business was because I was coming back. I had taken off um essentially for several years, because even though there was a time when I was trying to do Simple Courage, I was very sick, and so that wasn't my best work, right? So I'm like fully back now, and so I thought, okay, you got to ramp back up. It doesn't matter how successful you've been in the past. When you are starting something new or you're coming back and ramping back up, it takes time. But what I found, what I learned in talking to so many different people who did not have a break, right? Like, they aren't ramping back up, they aren't starting something new. They also struggled. Now, that's not to say that everyone struggled. I know some people who had their best years, right? So if that's you, if you had an amazing year last year, that is awesome. Congratulations. Feel grateful for that. Um, but if you struggled last year, if you did not hit your financial goals, if you did not make a profit, if you went backwards, I want you to know that you are not alone. This is the side that, no one ever talks about this. We love to talk about our wins, and we don't really talk too much about our losses. I think sometimes, well, I mean, one is just, right, like it's vulnerable. Two, like we're not sure if other people are experiencing the same thing. So then there's some shame. You feel like a failure. And so we keep it to ourselves. We try to work it out on our own. And oftentimes we only see what is out there on social media or in the marketing front, the public front. And so we assume that everyone else is doing great and it's just us that is struggling. And that's just not true. That is just not true. And I also want you to know that I heard this from people in many different industries, many, many, many different industries, law, online businesses, There were probably others too. I'm like trying to go through them in the head. It doesn't matter. The point is, it wasn't any one industry or niche. And I don't know if I've shared this or not, but one of the things that I did, one of the things that I learned while I was out and sick because I couldn't just sit there, I learned how to trade stocks. Um, Kind of short term selling, not just long term investments. And so I pay so much more attention to economic indicators and data and what is going on. And it makes sense that 2023 was a difficult year because everything has kind of been leading to this moment of where are we going. The rate hikes that the Fed has been doing in order to try to control and bring down inflation, which is working, has effectively made it very difficult to get lines of credit. And that is not just for individuals with mortgages or cars, it's with companies. It is very hard for companies to do big deals right now and to get large lines of credit. And even if they can, it's a very, very high interest rate. So the cost benefit analysis looks very different. There's also just a lot of concern about the economy in general. In 2020, so much money was pumped into individuals and businesses, huge amounts of money. And there was not good infrastructure around that. So there was widespread fraud, but there was a lot of money to go around. There were also a lot of supply chain issues, and there were a lot of places shut down in different areas. And so that's what created the supply demand inflation wildfire. So now we are trying to get back in front of that. And, right now it looks like the inflation is it's starting to cool. But that doesn't mean it's going backwards. It simply means that it's not still gaining traction. Like we're not at zero, right? Like we've not, and I don't know that things will ever go back to the way that they were. I know early on, what was it, like 2021, I was like, I'm going to wait until the prices come back down. And one of the things that I've been learning, at least with the stock market, is learning that these prices may not be coming down. We may have gotten to the point where we've realized we can get it to cool in the sense that it's not going to get worse. And maybe we can get it to like level off and plateau. But the likelihood that it's going to go back, like that ship has sailed. And so things just cost a lot more money. The job market is super strong. But part of that is because during COVID, we lost so many people um, uh, that retired early that don't want to come back. So many women exited out because they had to take care of children. And then with again, the cost of things going up like childcare, because a lot of that was immigrants and older women. And our immigration laws have changed and the older women have retired. And it's like, well, who's going to take care of the children? And so you still have women who are out. So it's still hard to get great workers, and you're paying the money out, but we don't necessarily have people coming in. And until we figure out the immigration reform and allowing people back in, we're still going to struggle. I don't think the retirees are coming back. I say all this to say there is so much uncertainty in our economy and no one has the answers. We've been listening to the pundits talk about a recession for years now. Is it coming? Is it not coming? Are we going to have a soft landing are we going to like hit it really hard? And no one really knows. I think there are scenarios where any of those are possible, but it's the uncertainty that really, I think, has everyone at a pause. People want to wait and see. Part of that is the global unrest, the tension, the amount of wars that are going on right now. Um, that is a major issue that makes people feel very uncertain. And then add on top all of that an election year. And it's an election year where, in essence, we have two incumbents. Um, at least in my lifetime, this is the first time we've seen a former president lose and then run again. I don't think mean, there are outliers. I don't think either base is really excited about either one of these candidates. And I think that makes people pretty pessimistic about the outlook. And depending on who you are and what you believe, the thought of having one of those presidents for the next 4 years is frightening. I don't understand how Biden is frightening, but alas, I know some people feel that way. So it's a lot. It is a lot. And because a lot of people are going to want to wait and see what actually happens, I think people are cautious. I do think that there has been a shift in energy in that we've had so many years back to back that have just been rough, right? We we have experienced and gone through a truly historical moment as a history major. It's interesting because I used to always wonder, like, as history was happening, did people realize it? And I don't think so. But I think we are living in one of the most pivotal times of modern history. And obviously, it's not been written yet, but it creates a lot of weird energy in that people are ready to recover. People just want peace. People want us to all get back together. People, want us to all have like financial success again. Like we're ready. We are so ready for things to improve. And because we've experienced so much loss and so many shocking events that are no longer shocking, I think we're a little bit numb to it all that we're just like, yeah, of course something terrible could happen. Yeah, yeah, of course this may not get better. And so because of that energy, I think you're going to see some ebb and flow. And I just think it's really important to know that even if your clients or your industry or your peers, your friends, even if they're not talking about having a difficult time in their business or their industry, it's probably existing. They may be doing fine, but they may not be. And just overall, right? Overall, everything is a bit uncertain. So I think that's part of why we have to be really, really smart about the way that we hustle. I think that a hustle culture, which has thrived in our productive, we live in a capitalist society that is obsessed with production and achievement. And so that hustle culture flourished for a really long time. And so I think most of us, I mean, if you're of the age that you're listening to me, you probably lived in that culture. That's our fallback. I mean, that's where we're like, okay, I know how to hustle to get this done. But that is not necessarily the best way to go about it. Um, it's definitely not the most strategic way to go about it. But when you're stressed, when you're struggling, when you are not making the money you used to make, or you're not hitting the goals like you used to hit, it can feel really defeating and it might cause you to hustle harder, such that you're even more exhausted and more stressed and more anxious. So that's why I think it's really, really important that we take a step back and we breathe and we try to look at the year ahead from as neutral a standpoint as possible. And I think we have to start asking the hard questions. I think as we were preparing for the new year, right? Like you have all the goals and what you want to do, and that's great, right? I mean, I did the same thing. But now we've had a little time, a little space, we've got the goals. Those don't need to change. But the strategy very well may. So, if everything is going great, by all means, like you don't even need to be listening to this episode. You're doing good. Just hustle. Hustle the way you've been hustling and just wait for the next few episodes. Okay? But if you are not getting the results you want, or you're a little bit worried that you won't this year, make sure you get the worksheet because I ask questions for you to consider. And this is whether you own a business or you are in a company. You might be a service provider in a firm, like a lawyer or a CPA or a doctor, like, the professional services. But you could also straight up be corporate because you essentially still have a client as well. And that is going to be someone else within the business or the company or the shareholders. And so it's really important for you to be strategic as well, because that's part of how you recession proof your position, is to make sure that you are thinking like a business owner, um, and you're really kind of looking at everything as a whole as it relates to the economy and political division, all of that. So download the worksheet so that you can ask yourself these questions and really reflect. As a reminder, heatherjoyhubbard.com/subscribe, and we'll put that link in the show notes as well. But let's go through a little bit of those. There's a lot more if you just go to the worksheet. But briefly, let's just go through a few. Okay, so this year we want to be strategic. I mean, we want to be strategic every year. But I think this year more than ever, it's really important to be strategic. And in my mind, this is the year of building. This is the year of reserves. You want to reserve your time and your energy. You want to reserve your focus. You want to reserve your resources financially, because there may be times, periods, months, however you want to say it, where things are tight. They're not looking great. And that's when you need the moment to be able to pause, to have the cash flow. And there may also be moments where there are great opportunities. And the way that you're going to be able to cash in on that is if you have the emotional and mental capacity to dive in when it arrives, right? So I hope that makes sense. But we're really trying to be ready at any given time for whatever is coming at us, because I think this is a year where we're going to have a lot of choppiness. I think more is coming at us. I know that's not what any of us want to hear. And yet I think that is the reality of where we are. And it's definitely how I'm looking at things in my life and in my business. So, one thing that I think we can all do is really focus on building. This is a great building year. This is an opportunity to build your brand. It is an opportunity to build your connections, to build relationships, to be more visible, to really step out as a leader, an expert, um, really giving you that chance to become known, like really solidified within your industry, or to expand out beyond that. That will pay dividends potentially later on in the year when maybe things are tighter, a little rougher, or when opportunities come up. But it is definitely going to set you up for next year. I think 2025, like, regardless of, I dare I say this, regardless of who wins, at least we'll know where we are, right? We may not like where we are, but at least we will know where we are. And I definitely think we should have a lot more knowledge and certainty around the economy and what's happening. And then that lets us really, work with what we've got. This is just a weird year. There's just a lot of uncertainty. So, um, build. The other, which I guess could be building, is to really focus on efficiency and systems. So, last year, Meta owns Facebook, Meta owns Instagram. Um, Meta made that their year of efficiency. And in their year of efficiency, they had a lot of layoffs. They reduced expenses as much as they could. So tech had, I think, one of the biggest issues with tech last year, where a lot of investors were starting to realize that they were spending way more money than was actually necessary to get the result. And so Zuckerberg, I mean, if he really led, I think, the initiative of the year of efficiency, and I think other tech companies are starting to follow suit. But the concept is, who do we really need on the team? What projects are really the most important, both in short term and long term? Do we need to cut some projects? Do we need to cut some people? And that sounds terrible, right? Because I think people who listen to me, uh, we have big hearts. And the thought of letting anyone go is just, oh, it crushes us. And yet we're still businesses. And we have to also consider it from the business perspective. And so these are things you got to take into consideration. If you were in corporate, it's a similar thing. You may not even be the one doing layoffs, but if your company is going to start having a year of efficiency, is your project going to be at the top of the list? Um, are you going to be at the top of the list? You really want to make sure that you are working on the most valuable projects that are out there. And I mean, being assertive and aggressive and making sure that you are. I think right now, there's definitely at least the perception that it's hard to get great workers. So, if you want the really, really good projects that are really valuable, be strategic, get yourself positioned in those opportunities. So, it's a great year to look at your resources financially. Where can you cut expenses? I did a huge, which I had already cut a lot of expenses through the sabbatical, but now I'm looking at it with fresh lens and we're making some changes, using different vendors, different, programs, different software, because maybe there are alternatives out there that cost less but provide the same quality, or maybe it's a little bit less, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's not one of the things that moves the needle when it comes to people hiring you or being happy with your services. So, really making sure that you have those reserves. Obviously, people, teams, they cost a lot of money as well. So, running lean right now is important. But with that is systems, right? So sometimes systems can make you more efficient. So when you have those downturns, right? So when we're in the choppy periods, the choppy months where we're not seeing work come in, we're going to talk a little bit about this with flow and fun in the next two episodes. But being able to be steady, knowing that we're in an ebb and flow year, and to be able to say, I'm going to still consistently show up because I know I'm doing my building. I know I'm building my relationships. I know I'm working, like I'm building my brand, like I'm out there. I know I'm planting seeds. But if I'm not reaping those seeds, I can keep planting them. I can keep watering them. I can keep nurturing them. And I'm going to turn to, how can I improve what's happening within the business or the company, such that when we start to reap these rewards, we're ready. And we're so ready that it's going to be more efficient, it's going to need less manpower, and it's going to cost less. That is, in and of itself, is going to help you reserve resources financially and help with cash flow. um the other thing that I wanted to mention on that, so when you're cutting wastefulness, it's not just about money, it's also about time, because time is money. So just make sure you're thinking of it in that way as well. And then last, get creative, but do it behind the scenes. Here's what I mean by that. If you have a main offer or a product that you provide to people, from the perspective of building, you want to maintain that, right? Like, that's what you want to be known for. And during those months where things are going great, you want to still be known for that. And if 2025 turns out to be an awesome year, if 2024 turns out to be an awesome year, you want to be positioned where people still remember you for that thing, okay? But if you are struggling financially, if you are not hitting your goals financially, you may need to get creative. And so, one of the things that I've been doing in my company is I am offering some of the services I used to offer, but I'm not like it's not on the website, it's not on social media. It is very strategic. I am strategically going to people and companies that I know I can help and that I've worked with before, where I've already provided this service before, and I'm asking, do they want those services again? That does not mean that's what I'm becoming known for again. It doesn't mean that I am opening that up to everybody. And so that's what I mean by get creative behind the scenes. If you're having months where you're not hitting your targets, or you're just like, last year was so rough, I got to do something new. Before you run out and create a whole new business model, before you run out and put together a new program or a new product that's cheaper or whatever else, right? Because that takes a lot of time and energy and resources to get all of that together, and it still may not sell, okay? Stick with what you know. Still put yourself out there, lead with the products and services that you know are amazing and valuable, and as soon as people have the time, energy, resources to invest again, you are their person. But you can get creative in how to fill those gaps behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. So this is where it's really important to reach out and let people know that you're willing to do that for them. And I have had success in doing that, and I think you might as well. So that's it for hustle. Like I said, there are more questions for you to consider in the worksheet. But this is part one, all about shining bright, because I do believe 2023 can be a great, wonderful year. But I also believe it's going to be better and more enjoyable if we are fully recognizing and responding to this, the many different uncertainties that we will all be facing this year. So that is it for part one. I will be back next week for part two. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, give the episode a like and leave a comment below so we can keep the conversation going. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future episode or announcement. Listening on Apple, Spotify, or another podcast app, you can watch the video and join in the after-show conversation by visiting hustleandflowpodcast.com.